Hi guys, Andy Work back again. Bit of a hiatus due to knee surgery, and funnily enough, just as I was going into that, I got my first commission. These two plus the other one, which is currently being painted, are for a thing called Pox Eclipse, which is a big Mad Max slash cosplay event being held in the desert past Kew. That's in Western Australia. So the fella, his name is Rumpelstiltskin, yes, I believe that is his name, has asked me to do some weapons for prizes and things. And so let me tell you about them. What I've chosen is a sling, sling fire. Now, a couple of things. I've already got the metal handle and the metal gear kit and the upgraded spring, which is, I believe, an 8 kilo spring, which I think is probably a bit too strong because it's broken to pins that hold the plunger tube in place. Luckily I've got another one so I can replace it, and in the meantime probably order a lighter spring, maybe a 5 kilo. And as you can see, I've done a 3D printed part up here front, pretty rough, and I've been working on this double barrel system. That's the actual barrel that the darts come through, and we've got a lot of barrel drag with that. So what I've decided to do, I've ordered a 3D printed front end. That'll be here soon, so I'll do that. I'm hoping to do like a digital desert camouflage, because the 3D printed barrel comes all the way up. It's all solid all the way up. It looks pretty cool. Sand down the wood grain in the butt, make it smooth, paint it like it's plastic. And that'll be that one. Maybe put a rail on it and some sort of scope. I've decided to do a full auto strife. I've ordered the kit. I've got to install that. Spent a few weeks designing and making this, which is a brace to make this buttstock really solid. And if you look in there, you might be able to see the threaded rod. That's 10mm threaded rod that goes all the way through under this aluminium tube into the back, and it's actually drilled to fit around a post there and that post there. Another bit of aluminium tube there. So that's made that really strong, really good. So you've got a nice strong buttstock. 18 round magazine, going to give them 3 of those. And I was going to put this on. I think it's just a little bit too big, so I've already got a 3D printed ring done. I'll just extend it, you know, like 10mm, then put just a piece of PVC pipe on with some holes drilled in it as a muzzle. And this is the other one. This is a sledge fire. It's halfway through painting. Got the salt and the clay on. Just got to put the black on and start detailing. It's interesting, this little bit of the handle here, it's moulded to look like some sort of, I don't know, snake skin, lizard skin, so I'm going to see if I can try and paint that in as well. Right, hi guys, Andy Work here, just working on the strife for the Pox Eclipse thing. Sorry about the handheld. Yeah, I've just been doing the sanding off the logos and all the text, and that's pretty easy. Just, you know, I even use just a multi-sander, or even my Dremel, just to get the majority off it, and then a bit of wet and dry paper to smooth it down. One thing, the problem is this little logo here they got in their pistol grip. You could leave it, it just says N-Strike Elite, you know, but I want to get rid of it, but I don't want to damage this reasonably interesting texture around it. But there's a simple workaround, which is mask it off, like so. Get some Tamiya putty and just fill it up. You'll sand it down, you'll have a little shield shape there, but nothing will be showing. Right, hi guys, Andy Work back with these Pox Eclipse blasters. Now, you may have remember the post from Facebook a few days ago. So this is what's happened. This is the plunger tube, which I put the metal gears in, and the 8 kilo spring, and these locking lugs that fit into the body, like on this one down here, have snapped off completely. Now, I don't know if it's too much pressure to the spring, I didn't put that in properly. I'm going to take that out and swap it with this one. And what I'm going to do to reinforce this is these little metal pins I got here, which come out of this. At the top, you might remember you see 2 little silver dots, that's where there's metal pins going in, top and bottom. So I pulled them out, and I'm going to use epoxy glue and glue them in there, cut them to length, glue them in. The one I modded first, even though they were broken, it was still firing, it was still working well. That's my plan to repair it. Right, hi guys, back with this repair on the Slingfire. Now what I decided to do, because the pins were different sizes, I decided to try on something universal, and you might just see in there the bit of shiny metal that I've stuck in. And I didn't use these because they were a little bit thin. What I did find though was an old drill bit, which was about an inch longer than that. It had been broken, it just had most of the shaft and just a little bit of the drill taper, which I used to drill out the holes. And then I was cutting sections off the drill as I went, and this is the last one. So this is like 2-3 millimeters long tops, but that's all I need. And it just goes, let's put the camera down. I'm not going to see if I can catch it on camera. It just goes straight in there like that. And pushes down. There's a little bit of sharpness sticking out, but that's not too bad. I'll hit that with the Dremel. Hadn't taken a lot of that plastic away, which I didn't want to do. I was actually going to use one of the posts out of the actual Slingfire kit, because I got a new set of posts when I got the Metal Gear set. But that's way too big, and if I drilled a hole big enough to fit in there, it'd just take away far too much plastic. Well, here's an interesting little find. I'm just putting the plunger tube assembly back in, and there's a bit of the broken pin sheared completely off. There's none in that side. I better just check the other side. There's none stuck in that one. No, that's good. So I'm wondering what that is. I wonder if that's a little rubber mat there, cushion to blow. And it is. It's a little rubber mat. Look at that. These Nerf people, they're really thinking these days. Reasonable job. Now, this is not finished. This bandage has to either be painted to look like bandage, whatever. And this scale here, I'm thinking of doing some sort of reptilian scheme on. But since that hasn't got any rust or wear or anything, I can safely take off the clay and the masking material and get it down to that worn look. Well used sidearm. But this is a ongoing thing. There'll be bits or miss that'll constantly be worn off for months to come. So there we go. So there is our Sledgefire. So there's going to be heavy smoke and weathering and soot here. These holes are going to be sprayed black and then heavy soot around them. One thing I don't like is the logo is too pristine, so I'm just going to there we go. That's better. Maybe. Yeah, there we go, down to the blue underneath.